Hi guys, this is Jessica here and welcome back to my channel. So today's video I am going to be talking about my first time going to a dermatologist and just kind of telling you my experience. And if you are watching this because you've never been to a dermatologist so you don't know what to expect, I'm just going to tell you my experience and you can kind of take from it what you will. So the reason I decided to go to a dermatologist is because I have been having a lot of skin issues recently. Not really recently, they've kind of been building over time. Number one, my acne. It's like no matter what I use, nothing seems to help it. I have tried so many different kinds of face washes and it either makes the acne worse, it makes my skin really tight, or it makes the redness worse. So I just haven't even been washing my face because I'm like, nothing really helps it. So get out of the beauty filter mode and like you can see like this area is like the worst area. I mean, this side is a pretty good side, but so I went to go see because of that, and also because, as you just saw, I do have a lot of redness in my skin. I have thought for a little while now that I do have rosacea, which if you don't know what rosacea is, it's basically like you have redness in your skin and sometimes it can be really bad. But ever since I was like a kid, I have always had redness in my face, you know, like playing outside, my face would always get redder than it seems like other kids. So, but it seems like it's gotten progressively worse over time, and again, nothing seems to help it. Like sometimes whenever I use like certain face washes, and it's mostly this side, but I'll wash my face and then this side I can just feel the heat radiating from my skin. So I went because of that. And then if you've been watching my channel for a while now, you know that I have already had one kind of cancer, which is thyroid cancer. I have been cancer free of that for 4 years now, I believe. But I have a mole on my right leg and I've had it ever since I was born. You know, it's always been there, and all the pictures and stuff, you'll see it. But for years now, I have been thinking that that mole has been changing. I've never had it checked out, you know, when I was a kid, and I never got it checked. My parents never took me to a dermatologist. So now with already having one cancer, once you have had one kind of cancer, you really have to stay on top of things because it's more easily for you to get other cancers. And I have noticed personally, like the size of this mold was changing and the middle of it has been getting darker through the years. So I was like, okay, well that obviously needs to be checked out. So that's kind of the backstory of why I wanted to go see a dermatologist. So basically, you know, you go into the doctor and, you know, you fill out your paperwork. Mine, I could do everything online, so I did this like a week before I ended up going to my dermatologist. So they take me into the back and, you know, they just ask you some random questions, you know, like what kind of medication do you take? You know, just asking you random things that, you know, pre-screening questions, I guess, you know, take your oxygen, your blood pressure, all that stuff. So, and then they asked me what I was there for, so I told them like everything I just told you guys. And So that was pretty much it, and I wasn't expecting this. I guess I should have, but I had to like get out of my clothes and put on one of those like paper robes. I really was not expecting me to have to do that. But I did, and those robes are not fat people friendly, let me tell you. Like, I had one of the shoulders rip. I was like, oh my god. Basically, I waited until he came in, and you know, the COVID thing makes everything so much more difficult. So he had on a mask and then he had on a face shield, which I can totally understand for a dermatologist because they're like right up on you, you know, right looking at your skin and everything like that. So I kind of just told him about, you know, how I try all different kinds of face wash, nothing works, it makes my issues worse and all that stuff. So, and I told him about the mole on my leg. So he looked at my face first and he took my mask off and he said, you definitely have some form of rosacea, but I don't want to generalize you into, oh yeah, you got rosacea. He said there's basically two types of rosacea. There's the one where you have the bumps on your face, and then there's the one with the redness. He said you don't really have the bumps, but you do have a lot of redness in your skin, and you do have the acne and things like that. So he is going to prescribe me some pills. He was like, well, have you tried any kind of medication? And I said, no, the only thing I've tried is like different kinds of face wash. And so he was like, okay, I'm going to give you some pills and I'm going to give you a gel cleanser that you're going to use 2 times a day washing your face. So, but they don't, like, you can't go to Walgreens and get it through your pharmacy. They go through a certain company that is for dermatologists and skincare and all that. So, and it's going to be mail-in. So whenever that does come in, I will definitely share with you what products they are giving me. Now, the mole on my leg, he was looking at it. He had this magnifying glass out looking at it. And he said, yeah, we're definitely gonna biopsy this. And I was not expecting that to happen. I was like, another biopsy to add to the books. But he was like, yeah, we need to biopsy this and just make sure that it's nothing serious, and especially since you have already had cancer. So so we biopsied the mole on my leg. So now I don't have a mole, but basically what they do is I think I got 2 shots like right underneath the mole of numbing stuff. I don't know what you call it, but basically it numbs the area, and it raises up your skin so they can just slice off the mold, and it was not painful at all. Like, he was done in like 5 seconds. Like, he just got a razor blade and just like it was gone, you know. So they are sending that off to a pathologist to see what it is, to make sure like it's nothing serious, and if it is serious they'll call me within a couple of days. So fingers crossed that they don't call me in a couple of days, but that's the last thing I would need. But and so I had to go to the store and get some antibacterial soap and some Vaseline and some gauzes, because I have to clean it, you know, 2 times a day for the next week until it heals and stuff. So but basically I go back to see him in a month, and we're gonna see how how these pills and how this face wash, how it's gonna do for me. I'm still waiting for my insurance to approve it, so I'm not really sure if my insurance will approve it or not. But I definitely am going to keep y'all updated like in future videos. So maybe I'll do like an updated one like next month so we can kind of see the progress of it. But you know, going to the dermatologist, it really wasn't a scary thing, you know, like he looked on my back, you know, he searched the arms, you know, everywhere basically. And he was very thorough. He was very nice. He answered all of my questions. I didn't really ask him about face wash since they're giving me a face wash. But maybe afterwards or whenever I don't use this medicated one, maybe then I'll ask, you know, like, well, what are some good face washes, you know, to get, or what should I be looking for in the face wash? But it really wasn't a scary experience at all. So I thought a good idea was for me to put my hair up because I knew he was going to have to be looking at my face. So it's always a good idea to just help the doctor out as much as you can. Wear loose clothes, wear some slip-on shoes because you are going to have to change out of your clothes into this gown. So it's better to have clothes that are real easy, very loose. So you know, you don't have jeans and tennis shoes and all that stuff. And so I just put my hair up. So that's always, if you do have long hair, that's always a good thing that you should do is, you know, put your hair up for the doctor, especially if they're gonna be looking at your face, because you don't want them to have to like move your hair and all that stuff. But it really wasn't a scary experience at all. It was very enjoyable. Kind of makes me wish I would have done this sooner, but I kept on telling, you know, my doctors about it, and no one would give me a referral. So, but they finally did. But anyway, so that is my first experience going to a dermatologist. I hope you like this video. I hope that you learned something from this if you are going to the dermatologist for the first time. But before I go, if you're a new subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button. And don't forget to click the bell right next to it so you get notified of whenever I post new videos. Also, if you want to add me on social media or send me an email to do a collab or send me products, it is in the description box down below, guys, and it will also be at the end of this video. But thank you so much for watching, and I think I'm gonna make a playlist, like a skincare playlist, so I will have all my dermatologist videos in that playlist, guys. But yeah, so thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for the Friday vlog. Bye, guys.